My stream earlier got messed up. I was paused too long, so you guys didn't get to see me put up the hadith on TikTok. What's up, Yusuf?
What's up? What's up? First of all, I'm from Egypt. My English is not good, so I will try my best um, to 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 ask my question. My question, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My question is, if you think that Quran is not the truth, or a fake religion, or a fake revelation, how can we explain all the miracles inside the Quran? How can you explain it? A lot of miracles inside the Quran.
Like what?
Like, for example, knowing that clouds are very heavy. How can Muhammad know the cloud is very heavy? Saying that planets are in orbit. How can Prophet
Yeah,
know that?
how can anyone think that stars or anything?
Are orbiting, in an orbit.
Let me ask you this: if uh, if the Quran got anything wrong, would it be the word of God?
Of course, no.
So that if let's say if I grant you, let's say it got all of these things right, all of these little nuggets of knowledge correct. If it got one thing wrong, then it would not be the word of God.
Of
You're
course.
talking you're referring to scientific knowledge. If it got any of these things wrong scientifically, then the Quran would not be from God, right?
Yes, I accept. Yes, of
Okay.
course.
Let me
I,
ask you
I, I just, I know you will just bring some verses and try to discuss it with me, but what about all the things that Quran gets it right? How
I
can you
I don't
explain
I
this?
I I couldn't care less. You want to know why? Because if the Quran got some things wrong, then it's not the word of God according to your standard.
I agree with you, but just I want you to answer. How could the Prophet know all the other things?
Demons,
No, no, all the other things, not demons. All the other things that Quran get it right. How can the Prophet know it?
demons, word of mouth, other people.
Other people would know that planets are orbiting in an orbit.
Yeah. You think that Muhammad was the first one to have any idea of space? Look at what the
Knowing
Egyptians said.
knowing that all living.
Have you read the Bible?
No, I haven't. I read the
Okay.
Bible.
Yeah. So none of this stuff is new. Now, again, like I said, if the Quran gets one of these things wrong, not the word of God. So like I said, you can show me. And by the way, I don't believe that the Quran got any of these things right. But just to say, if it did, just to grant you for sake of argument, let's say it got these things right.
Mm.
Uh, if it got anything wrong, it's not the word of God. And I see mistakes that it makes, which shows, according to the criteria that you set, would
Mm.
prove that it's not the word of God.
Um, can I just have two other questions? Can you give me examples of what Quran didn't get right, and is there
Yeah.
any scientific things also in the Bible that are wrong?
For example, no, that's not my criteria. The Bible's not a scientific book. So, but you're
But
saying
but
that
I know it's not
you're
scientific.
saying that the scientific knowledge proves that the Quran is from God. I don't believe that, but this is your standard. So what I'm saying is, okay, if I
Of
go with
course,
your
it's not
standard,
the only standard,
if
but
if
it's one of.
if scientific knowledge and accuracy, if scientific accuracy proves that the Quran is from God, then scientific inaccuracies prove that it's not from God.
Yes, of course, yes.
All right. So how do you know the age of the earth?
No.
No. What about the universe? You know how old the universe is?
A lot of years, of course, but I don't know exactly.
I think the number, if I'm not mistaken, would be 14 like billion or something like that. 14 billion years old. Let me just check. Let me double check. Let me double check. How old?
While you are checking, if there is any scientific errors in the Bible, I, I don't know. I don't know if there is, but I'm asking if there is any scientific errors in the Bible.
14 billion. 14 billion years.
Mm,
All right. And the earth, let's see how old the earth is. We got 14 billion, and the earth is 4.5 billion. Okay. So
okay.
the universe, space, the heavens, is older than the earth, right?
Yes.
However, the Quran says that the earth was created before the universe, before the heavens.
Can I know which verse?
Yeah. We go to chapter 41.
Chapter 41.
I'll put it on the screen for us too. Chapter 41.
Okay.
We're going to start at verse 9.
Verse 9.
hmm We're going to go from verse 9 to 12.
Okay.
Okay, so it's on the screen so that we can we all can see. It says, "Say, do you verily disbelieve in him who created the earth in 2 days, and you set up rivals with him? That is the Lord of the Alameen." So he created the earth in 2 days, right?
Yes.
All right, let's see what happened next. Oh, no, you got feedback on your. Are you like blowing in the mic or?
No, no, I can hear.
Okay. Okay. All right. Verse 10. He placed therein, so he placed in the earth mountains. It sounds like you're breathing in the mic. It's like giving feedback.
Uh, I'm just listening.
Okay. Do you what like that right there? Are you moving around?
No, I'm not moving.
All right. So just mute while I read this, okay?
Okay.
So it says he placed therein, so he placed in the earth 2 days after he made it, he placed in the earth firm mountains from above, and he blessed it and measured therein its sustenance in 4 days. Okay. So he did all this in 4 days. Okay. For all those who ask. So he created the earth in 2 days and put everything on the earth in 4 days. Is that correct? We understand it so far, Yusuf? You can unmute.
Yes, yes, I understand.
All right. So that's a total 4 plus 2. That's the total of 6 days, right?
Yes.
All right. So 6 days he created the earth and everything on it. Let's see what happened next. Then he rose he rose over towards the heaven when it was smoke. So the heaven was nothing yet, it was just smoke. And said to it and to the earth, "Come, both of you, willingly or unwillingly." They both said, "We come willingly." So the earth is already finished, while the heaven is just nothing but smoke. It's not created yet. We got it so far?
Yes, I'm with you.
All right, now let's see what happens next.
But I'm reading, the Arabic one. It mentions السماء, which means the sky.
Yeah, but not just it's the
السماء.
sky. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's
You know,
singular right there. But watch what happens. Watch. So verse 12. Then he completed and finished from their creation seven heavens. Seven heavens. So from the smoke, he then made that smoke seven heavens, the universe. How we know? In 2 days. So the earth is already finished, and then he begins to work on the seven heavens in 2 days, and made in each heaven its affair. And watch this. And we adorned the nearest heaven, the nearest sky, right, with lamps, stars, to be in adornment, as well as to guard, as well as to guard, I guess from devils and stuff. Anyway, that's another subject. So, do you see here how the heavens, the universe, even the stars were created after the earth?
yes, I can see. I'm trying to understand, the English one. Yeah, this is the problem, the scientific error.
Oh, yeah, this is the problem because, as we know scientifically, obviously, the earth is younger than the heavens. The earth is younger than the universe. The universe was created first, then the earth. That just makes perfect sense and scientifically proven. Here in the Quran, it says that the universe was created after the earth. The earth came first.
Uh, mm, After I'm just reading the Arabic one, and ثم استوى إلى السماء وهي دخان فقال لها وللأرض آتيها طوعا فقالهن سبع سماوات في يومين وزينا السماء الدنيا بالمصر. I'm trying to understand your
What is it? What you need help with?
I can't get it. I can't understand.
What do you need help with? Tell me.
Where in the verses it says after.
Where it says then.
After, after, يعني it means
Yeah,
universe, and then
yeah. The word then. The word then. That means next.
finish from its creation of seven heavens in 2 days. I will try to search this. I will try to search it, but is there any problem or scientific errors, or only this one?
Well, there's multiple, but this is one of them. This if so, according to your standard, scientific accuracy shows that the Quran is from God. So, by using your logic and your own standard, scientific inaccuracy, scientific falsehood would
Yeah,
prove that the Quran is not from Allah.
yes, I understand, but this verse, in Arabic, if you read it in Arabic and just I
You're
will
from
search it.
you're from Egypt, right? You're from Egypt, you said. So you speak Arabic.
Yes, I speak
What does
Arabic.
what does the word thumma mean?
ثم
Yeah.
ثم means yeah, بعد يعني something and then another thing.
Exactly. So it
But
means
in Arabic, the same exact word can mean a lot of things.
no, don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
In
Don't play.
Arabic,
Don't do that, Yusuf.
I swear I'm not playing games, but
Yeah,
in Arabic,
please, because
one word can mean
you
more
swear
than
you're not playing games,
another.
but then you begin to play games. Don't do that, bro. Please, let's just be honest and let's not.
I'm
Don't
being
do
honest
that.
with
Like,
you.
don't be
I'm
those
being
guys that do that. Please, you know what thumma means. So it means when one thing comes after another, right? Then next. It's like next, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we know what that means. Let's not play. So it says here, after he created the earth and everything on it, Thuma, then he rose up towards the heaven when it was just smoke. It wasn't created yet. The seven heavens were not created yet. It was just smoke.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
And then he created them 7 heavens in 2 days. And
Um,
and then
okay,
created and also created the stars.
I understand you. I understand you. I will search it. You know, I will still
Mhm.
search it to make sure. But can you show me only verses? You know, you don't need to bring it up. Another scientific errors.
Um, man, there's a lot, man. You got uh, you got 86. You got chapter 18 verses
Chapter 18.
what's that verse, guys? Where the sun sets in the muddy spring. 86 something. What is that verse?
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, it's 1886. I knew 86 was in there.
Yes.
Finally, 100's here. Yeah, what's your question?
Have you ever searched for an explanation for a scholar or something about this scientific errors?
Yeah, I read the scholars. I read Ibn Kathir.
I know. I mean, have you ever مثلا listened to Ahmed Didat or some of these scholars who try to
Ahmed, you
explain?
you consider Ahmed Didat and Zakir Naik scholars of Islam?
I consider Ahmed Didat with a great knowledge. You know, he is answering most of
Does
the
what
questions.
does Ahmed Didat have more knowledge than Ibn Kathir?
Of course, no, of course.
All right, so I went to someone infinitely better than Ahmed Didat. I went straight to Ibn Kathir, and he breaks it down very beautifully and says, yes, the earth was created first, then the universe.
Mm,
And this is how he explains it actually. He says, that's how it's supposed to be done because he says, you start with the foundation first. You start with the floor first, then you build the roof of a house. That's the analogy Ibn Kathir gives. So he
okay.
says, likewise, Allah started with the earth first, which is the floor, then built the roof, which is the heavens, the skies.
Mm,
So yes, Ibn Kathir
okay.
agrees with what clearly the Quran says.
Okay, I will search it, but can you give me more
When-
verses to
Yeah,
search?
yeah. So, but before I give you this one, when you say that you're going to search it, what does that look like? What do you mean you're going to search it? Because we saw the verse right here.
Um,
I can
I
show
will
you. I
search.
can show you
I will
Ibn
search.
Kathir if you want. Like what do you when you say
No,
you're
I
going to
believe
search
you.
it?
I believe you. I believe you.
Okay.
I will search it because in Egypt, most people don't have great much knowledge of the Quran.
Hmm.
We don't even read it correctly.
Uh,
Um, So I will try to listen to some scholars to whether in Egypt or as I told you Ahmed Didat if he just explain it, and I will see if their answer is satisfying or yeah, I will see if their answer is good. I will take it. If I didn't see that answer is satisfying, I will then
okay. So
yes
I'm just praying that when you do your research, that
yes
you make sure that you're honest when you're doing this research, right? And that you don't just accept something, an answer or a response that just confirms what you're already your preconceived notions, what you believe already. Like you got to stand on truth, even if it goes
I
against what
understand
you
you.
already believe.
I
Right?
understand you.
Okay.
But I'm saying this because I do the same thing. When I've watched some of your debates. With Sheikh Osman. With
Uh,
you know,
yeah.
um, and I also see the same problems in the Bible. I just saw the he was talking. I think about the one whose name is Isaiah. I don't know.
Ahaziah already cleared that up. Already
Yes,
answered that. So that's
I listened to your answer. You said he ruled 2 times, 1 year here and 1 year.
And there's the answer that it's a textual variant because the Syriac and the Dead Sea Scrolls and the scrolls that we have all say 22 when the Masoretic text is the lone wolf that says 42. So it being
So
a textual variant is most likely the correct real response to that. So it's not
so
even a
so
problem.
is it a
So how does
problem in
that?
the Bible?
I'm just trying to understand how to how does this? I don't get
The,
this.
the, when the first time I heard about this, I thought it a contradiction, and then I searched it and I found an answer that no, it's not a
Yeah.
contradiction. You know,
Right.
the
Right. Right.
same thing I will apply with the Quran. You are telling me there is an error, a scientific error,
Right.
and I will search the same way. You know,
Okay. Perfect.
but
Also, did you want to see the other one?
yeah, yes, of course. But my question about Isaiah is it if there is a problem in some manuscripts say it's 22 and an error, and you have just said no, it's not an error, it's 42 and 22, but he ruled in two different. Which is wrong? Is correct? You know.
We have to study that. We would have to study the manuscripts to have that. But we don't have that.
Because I think Sheikh Osman clear that in NIV they are both 22, you know, they
Yeah.
are. So is the NIV a corrupted version of the Bible?
The NIV is not perfect. It's not a perfect English translation. It gets a lot of things mixed
So
up.
so is the
But
Bible
on
have,
the, on this
have
on this
corrupted
on this
version?
yeah. So it's a when you have a textual variant and like because that's what the NIV did. It let you know what manuscripts have 22 and
So
what don't have 42.
so
In the footnote, that's in actually all the Bibles.
so the
So
NIV is
they
a
they,
corrupted version of the
they
Bible?
lean just can you hear can you listen?
Yes, yes.
So they lean to the view that it's a textual variant, which is actually not wrong. It's a textual variant because there's manuscripts that are consistent in having 22, while the Masoretic text has 22 in one verse and 42 in another verse. The Masoretic text is the only one that has that.
Mm.
So
Okay. Can you show me the verses?
yeah, so in this verse, this is chapter 18, verse 86. Chapter 18, verse 86. It says, until when he reached the setting place of the sun. So Dul-Qarnain reached the place where the sun sets. And then he said he found it setting in a spring of black muddy water. But not just that, not only did he find where the sun sets here on earth, and not only was the sun setting in water, black muddy water, he also found a people living near where the sun sets.
Sorry, which verse? Sorry.
Chapter 18, verse 86. It's on the screen. I have the Arabic on the screen too if you want to look at the Arabic.
Verse 86 قال أما من ظلم فسوف نعذبه حتى إذا بلغ مغرب الشمس وجدها تغرب في عين حمية وجد عندها قوم. Yes, where the scientific error?
Where's the scientific error? Is the sun does the sun set here on earth in black muddy spring?
No, but it's how he see it, you
It
know.
doesn't say it's how he saw. He doesn't say how he saw it. He said he found
Yes,
the setting, and not
وجدها
but
he
not just
found.
that he reached it. He reached it. He got there to the location. He reached the setting place of the sun and he found it. Not that he saw an illusion. He found the sun setting in a spring of black muddy water, bro. And
Um, I understand you, but in Arabic, you know, the first when I read it just now, I didn't see it's an error. How he see the sun setting, you know?
So it says that he found the sun setting in the spring of water, right?
he see it, getting down, so he وجدها هنا. It's not referring to Allah or
Does it say that he reached the place where the sun sets?
yes.
How is that possible?
بلغ مطلع الشمس. I don't know. I don't know.
It's impossible.
حتى بلغ مطلع الشمس.
So not only, so this is my thing, not only did he reach the place where the sun sets, he saw it. He saw it setting in the water.
Yes. I will read the tafsir of this verse too. But there is this. It can be the tafsir of it can just clarify it.
So these are the type of answers that you'll get. Is they'll try to make an excuse saying, yes, this is what it says. However, it's speaking like what you tried to say, that it's giving giving his point of view.
Yes. I haven't read any tafsir.
Yeah.
We don't read tafsir in Egypt.
Yeah.
We don't really have much knowledge.
But it's all good. It's his point of view, and it's not really that the sun is setting there, but from his point of view and figuratively speaking,
Yes.
he figuratively saw where the sun set.
Yes, this is the same way I just understand the
Right,
verse.
which goes against what the verse says, because the verse doesn't say anything like that, nor does it imply it, because it literally says that he reached where it sets. He got there.
Okay, I will read tafsirs. Can I join again? Another
Of course,
day?
man. You're respectful. You can join anytime, man.
Yes. Thank you for the conversation. I just want to say the last thing before I leave. I watched your conversation or debate with Siraj. When you were in speaker corner.
Siraj.
I just want to ask. Can you just make it, more knowledgeable, more quiet? It was really people shouting all over the way. When we listen to this, we need to learn from it. We don't want someone who is winning and laughing.
What do you expect me to do, man? If someone like Siraj comes and is harassing me, what do you expect me to do?
I just want a quiet conversation,
Well, you ain't gonna get that at Speaker's Corner, my brother.
Everyone giving his points of view, but not, a huge crowd all shouting and yes, it wasn't.
Sorry, brother. That comes with the territory, man. Especially with dealing with certain personalities. But even still, in that, when you watch that conversation, did you watch the conversation? You watched the video?
Yes, I watched it. Yes.
Yeah. So like, he was able to speak. I was able to speak. Our points got across.
So as hardly.
He wasn't interrupting me. I didn't interrupt him.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
I would suggest go back to it. Go back to it and watch it again, just a little bit at least. And see.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, man.